Welcome to Clout 941, Sarasota's only live television show on local politics and issues. I'm Ron Filipkowski, your host, and tonight we're going to be talking about a lot of things. You definitely don't want to miss our Weasel of the Week this week. We're going after big game this week's show, so you definitely want to stick around till then. And we also have a great guest. We're going to be talking about the school board and the school system in Sarasota County with School Board Commissioner Caroline Zucker. But first, a little bit of news. Mildly surprising that Governor Christ vetoed the insurance deregulation bill to basically open up the homeowners insurance market to the free market and deregulate it. The legislature was a compromise bill. It was a bipartisan bill. It passed both houses, and the governor was sending out signals that he was probably going to sign it, but maybe his entry into the Senate race changed his mind. I really just think this is a big problem. It's a messy problem, and it's something that he's just going to leave to his successor. He just basically punted on this one, didn't want to deal with the issue, vetoed the bill, and so we have a property insurance mess in Florida. Nothing's going to get done about it this year except for some of the larger insurance companies like State Farm are going to pull out, which could make the problem even worse. So that's our commentary on our news. More on Mike Bennett later in the show. But now our guest, school board member Caroline Zucker. Caroline, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Why don't you tell us about how long you've been on the school board? Quite a while, huh?
Well, it all began in 1992, and I lost my race in 2000 to Frank Kovac, who I now serve with. And then I ran for re-election in 2006, and I was back on the board the end of 2006, so I was gone almost 7 years. And then I ran again in 2008 because that was a 2-year term.
Okay.
So within the last 2 years, I've had 2 campaigns.
And you won pretty convincingly your last race. Now, school board that's not a job that pays a whole lot. Am I right? No.
We receive a salary. But I can tell you when I lost my race in 2000, I went out and got a job that paid double what I was making on the school board. Okay. So if that's any weight there.
You're not doing it for the money.
No, I'll never be rich.
It's a lot of work. You get a lot of, emails. You have to go to a lot of meetings. I'm sure you hear from a lot of parents on a lot of different issues. Why do you obviously love it. Why do you love it so much?
It's something that I feel I'm good about. I'm good with it. I instinctively know. I relate to people. People feel comfortable with me, so they'll come and talk to me about issues, and I can get those issues resolved by going to staff and just figuring things out. Excuse me. And besides that, it's our future. It's what we're leaving behind. So why am I here and why am I doing this? Because I want this place to be a better place than when I came.
You probably could run for another kind of office, a commissioner race or something like that. Why is it the school board
I have no desire
you?
To do anything but
Really?
Education. It's kids. Again, it's our future. I mean, I have the ability to take a little piece and to shape the future. I have 7 grandchildren of my own, and I would hope that wherever they are, that somebody is caring about what they're doing as well. I mean, it's just, when I'm attending graduations, I've gone to most of the graduations this year, and I watch those children, young adults, as they walk across the stage to get their diploma. I mean, it's just the most thrilling part of my job.
I was going to ask you what you like best about being a school board member. I guess, is that
That's
it, attending the graduations?
And this year, I was invited to speak at a middle school graduation, one of our charter schools. It was phenomenal. The 8th graders, they were talking like they were ready to conquer the world. They had it all. It's just amazing to watch our youth. And especially when you see what's happening around the world. And yet you see our students crossing the stages and how different and how gung-ho they are and how they're going to change the world. They're going to make a difference in life. And they're just graduating from high school.
You've got kind of a historical perspective, being on the board for so long. How do you think our school district stacks up with others around the state?
I think we do a phenomenal job. I really do. I mean, I'm also involved in the Florida School Board Association. I'm on their board of directors. And in that capacity, I get to mix with and be around other board members from around Florida. And I just think that I'm partial, though. We have the best school district, and our grades will show that, and our awards that we win for accounting awards and staff awards is just phenomenal.
I want to ask you about our superintendent, Lori White. I know Sarasota just hired a fire chief, and a lot of times when these jobs come open, districts advertise around the country and you bring in somebody from another state. Or here our superintendent came from inside the school system. What do you think about Lori White and the job she's done?
You're going to think that I'm playing up to her, but I'm not, because she's awesome. I mean, I didn't know this at the time. Because of sunshine laws, we can't talk to each other. But there must have been 3 or 4 of us lobbying her, and I know I was, because to me she was the best fit. I mean, we didn't need to go out and hire another person who didn't understand us, to have another plan come in from an outsider. So when we were able to get Lori White, that was the best thing that could have happened for this district. If it weren't for Lori, with the budget cuts that we've had to make, we would have really been in trouble. It probably would have been mutiny. But she has spoken to every department, every school, all throughout the community. She talks to everyone. And she's so incredibly intelligent, down to earth. She just knows. She grew up here in Sarasota, went through school here, climbed the system here, climbed the ladder here, never wanted to be a superintendent. And now she's superintendent. And she's doing a great job.
So you think she's exactly the right person for the job at the right time?
Yes. It's sort of like when Wilma Hamilton came in, but Lori has additional strengths. So it's the 2 times that we hired from within, we really did a good job of hiring from within.
Now, she succeeded Gary Norris, who had a pretty controversial, tumultuous, I guess, time. A lot of people thought he had a lot of great ideas, but a lot of people felt he sort of lacked communication skills. How would you compare her to him?
Oh, there's no comparison. There really isn't. But Gary came in and he did the job that he was asked to do. He was hired as a change agent, and that's what he did. He made change. And whether you liked him or not, he was hired to do a job, and he did that job. He pushed forward next generation learning. He pushed forward technology. He moved us into the 21st century. But it was time for him to go.
You believe that it was time
Yes.
for a change at the time he left?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I mean, that extra year that he stayed, that's when he instituted high school reform, and we began to really look at small learning communities throughout all of our high schools. So I believe he did the job he was hired to do.
Okay. All right, it's time for our first break. When we come back, we'll talk more about the school system in Sarasota County with Caroline Zucker.